I guess one of the first things that we wanted to do is, Erika, you wanted to do a questionnaire for us.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to head over to our chitty chat table? Because we thought, Alpha Flight's a little bit mixed up this year. Why don't we get to know ourselves?
Yes.
And Erika, if you head over there, I'll throw it to you and you can introduce your questionnaire you've prepared.
Yes.
This is called Kathleen is Killing Time.
This is...
Because what has time done to me? A lot.
That was, it was all.
Time is what it deserves.
It's been a constant companion in my life. I haven't been able to shake it.
Is now a good time to bring up the concept of time as a human construct and
Oh,
you got the right hat for it.
coincidentally, we're about to discuss Proust, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Get about heavy topics.
Yeah.
Hi. So, there is a questionnaire that is called the Proust Questionnaire. It is based on a series of questions that were popularized by French author Marcel Proust. They're designed to be sort of open-ended, wide-ranging questions that are meant to really dig into what a person feels like. There's 35 of them, so it would be very long to give everybody all of those questions. So what we are going to do is we are going to ask everybody one question. So we're going to start with the people who are on shift with me, and then anybody who comes along, who joins us on stage, if one of the people from off stage wants to join us, or if any of our guests come in, we will ask them a question. We're just going to go down the list, we'll pull one question from the questionnaire, and we'll ask that to that person. So that's basically what we're going to do, and the hope is, by the end of the run, we will have 35 answers from 35 different people. There's a couple questions that I'm using the Vanity Fair version. There's a few different varieties, and there's a couple questions on there I'm probably going to swap out because the vibe's not Desert Bus. So, who would like to go first? Andy, would you like to go first?
Who would like to go first?
Answer your own question. I agree. Andy would like to go first.
I hope that's how the rest of this interview goes.
Yeah, we'll be film close.
Okay. Where Erika just asks a question, then answers it for the other person.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Andy, thank you so much for coming in to talk to me today. So I had a question for you. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
Wow.
And the happy music stops.
Silence is involved, I think. Perfect happiness would be a blank mind.
Oh.
And not like blank, like empty, but more like a blank canvas.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is something unbothered, and I think true happiness rests inside of that.
Oh, that's very lovely. Thank you so much, Andy.
My pleasure.
Great.
Just one question.
Just one question.
Okay.
One question per person. That's it. Jacob, come on over.
So if we do this in the future, now you know just to milk it.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Speaking of milking.
There we go.
Great. Jacob, thank you so much for coming and speaking with me.
It's my absolute pleasure.
I had a question for you. What is your greatest fear?
Cool.
Starting off late.
Cool. Real cool.
Man, that's a really tough question. Because fears all tend to be wrapped up in one another.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to select one out of the morass of fear that just roils in my chest is tough. The one that springs to mind is probably at this point disappointing somebody that I care about. I think that's probably top of list. Disappointing somebody that I care about.
I can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you go to hell with that.
Yeah. Can you switch off driving with Mikey, and
Yeah,
Mikey wants to come over here?
Think of this as informing how you're going to design our mascot. I feel like these really deep questions are Gonna help you decide what color it should be.
Hello, Aaron.
Hi, Mikey.
Pleasure to be on the show.
Thank you so much for
I've been
coming
watching for 2 episodes now.
Yeah, it's been off to a great start.
I watched
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah. So I had one question for you.
Okay.
What is the trait you most deplore in yourself?
Needing to be accepted, like it's an artistic. Like I used to think. It's the drive within yourself to be the person you want to be, and knowing that part of that annoys people sometimes, and you just have to do it. I hate that about myself.
Yeah, I totally understand.
So anyway, I just did that on the internet.
Well, thank you so much, Mikey.
Thank you so much for destroying me. Beginning of our shit.
Would you like to drive again?
No, I'm fine if you're.
Hi, Kathleen.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not emotionally ready for this questionnaire.
You shouldn't be.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and speaking with me.
Thank you. They told me I had to speak to a therapist.
Well, this is less of a therapy question.
Oh, thank God.
What is the trait you most deplore in others?
I could give you a really big list of that. But I suppose most means top. And I would definitely say selfishness. I think it's very easy to be selfish, and I think it is only marginally more difficult to think of other people and, try to do a nice thing, not for reward, but just because it could happen.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kathleen.
Woohoo! I didn't have to share anything emotional.
Kathleen got off light. No. Somebody take this. Somebody take this.
Wait.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
you don't.
Erika.
You don't get away.
Wait,
Grab
no,
that questionnaire.
I'm saving me for the end.
What do you mean the
No,
end?
I think you just made 3 of
This
them have
is
to answer very difficult questions.
Yeah,
and I
you
was
go
here
to hell, Erika.
Alpha flight
mutiny,
baby.
I'm going to answer one of them. Actually.
You don't get to pick. That's not fair.
No. Now, I'm not going to pick one. How about this? We've answered 4 questions. If engineering, or maybe Tim or Dan, could somebody pull a random number between 5 and 35?
Oh, for you to answer.
For me to answer.
Okay, that's great.
So it's a random question.
That I
Give me
get.
All right, that's fair, because then Erika doesn't know what it is because
Yeah,
she's been
exactly.
looking at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
27.
27. All right. I'm going to substitute a more difficult question because I'm very chaotic. If you were to die and to come back as a person or a thing, what would it be? I want Erika's inner being here. The other question was just who are your favorite writers, and I'm like, no. I could just go to her house and look to find that out.
Yeah.
I need to get to the core of Erika's soul.
What would I come back as?
Yeah, you have to be reincarnated.
Oh, that's...
Someone's forcing you to do it.
Chuck Coon has come along and ended you.
Yeah, this is an interesting...
Yeah, you've got isekai'd into another one.
I mean, there's obviously a part of me... There's a part of me that wants to say a cisgender woman, but I don't know how accurate that is. Like, that's sort of like the first thing that pops into my head, and it's like, is that really it? Oh, wow. I think if I had to come back, I would want to come back as a person whose life is remarkably different than mine. Like, I want somebody whose life experience, whether because of where they're born or their family situation or anything like that, would be completely different from how I grew up and what I have lived through. I think that's what I would want.
Okay,
Yeah.
a different experience. Just to
Hard
get
reset.
a
Yeah.
greater breadth of human interaction.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. Good answer.
All right.
Now that I gave it like half a thought and I've been looking at the nighttime, the answer that I came up with is not my greatest fear. My greatest fear is that my greatest fear, and I'm not saying it's rational, but my greatest fear is that I am going to somehow fall down on the path of my own personal self-growth. like
Yep.
that I'm not going to be able to grow and become the version of myself that I dearly, dearly wish and know to be. That all of the effort that I'm putting in, all of the working out and cold showers and classes and everything, that I'm not going to be able to get to where I want to be. That's my biggest fear. Then it's a fear. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's something that dominates my life. But if I was going to say it's my biggest fear, that is my biggest fear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But I'm not going to let that happen. But it still scares the bus out of me. Yeah.
Mine is spiders.
Spiders are scary.
Like that's
The same.
That part of there's
See,
an episode of
Joe
My Little
Troll
Pony.
is still going with the music over there.
Yeah, no, we're having
Having a moment, bud.
Yeah.
Alpha Flight. We are an emotionally extreme show.
You asked for honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
brought Proust into this.
Yeah.
A word I can pronounce now.
You just been Proust!
Drop some Madeleines on you.
Oh my god, maybe that's our mascot is just Chibi Proust.
Whatever it is, it's distant in a wildly huge, like, desert, just a tiny
Yeah.
little mascot, wondering, where do I belong
Oh,
in this
man.
vast emptiness?
Yeah.
Just
Welcome to Alpha Flight, everybody.
just Linkin Park playing lightly in the background. Yeah.
Oh, somebody in chat said, "Wow, Alpha Flight game shows are really different than."